Hi everyone, welcome to a Transformers toy review. Today we're taking a look at R19 Coulter. This is Mastermind Creations reformatted version of, I was going to say, is it Tarn? I've completely forgotten. Name come out of my head there. But this is the kind of reissue that they've done with him recently. So I missed him first time round and I've got the more recent figures. So I've ordered all of the kind of reissues. As far as I know, there isn't any differences. So the box and everything all the same, with him kind of this embossed kind of style on the front here of him in robot mode jumping into action. Him at the top there, and then on the back various poses of him in robot and tank mode. And that is it for the box. He comes in a kind of plastic clamshell, and then in here you get the normal bits and pieces. You've got him here with his credit cards or bio card thing with all his stats on the back there, and then you get his instructions, which is fairly easy to follow, and then the comic book that comes with it as well. This is one of the older ones, so slightly different style to what we're used to. I think the newer stuff is a little bit more polished, in my opinion anyway. So, and then we've got the figure himself. So here he is in his kind of tank mode. In the box, these bits do come separate. So this kind of tank turret, and these guns, you have to plug them in. I think they're around this way. They are slightly different cannons, so you can have them around whichever way. These bits do turn as well, so you can plug them in either side. And there's some nice paint on them. It's got silver and this kind of pinky purple running through here, and then you get the same on the actual turret itself. And this one's slightly different because it's got a bit of gold and slightly different mold to it as well, and that just plugs on the top like that. The vehicle made itself is pretty nice. This bit does it rotate around a little bit? It does a little bit, but not a huge amount. I guess it would do if you kind of pick it up and move it around a slight little bit, then it's not quite as pegged in. But again, you get the same kind of paint details on here. That kind of pinky purple and the silver, gold, lovely silver that's applied down and around the tank treads. Nothing on the actual treads themselves though. Nice detailing at the front and on these little antennas which move side to side. And then you've got some silvers around kind of like the pistons and these kind of bits around the tank here as well. That's all done nicely. And he's just got these tank treads, so he doesn't actually have any kind of like proper wheels or anything underneath, which is, I find, slightly unusual. So he doesn't actually roll properly. So yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that, but yeah, that is as it is. And as a bit of a size comparison, here he is alongside a deluxe figure. So you can see he's kind of like a Voyager size figure in alt mode, or maybe slightly bit larger. And to get him transformed, basically you start off by pulling this off here, popping that off to one side. This bit kind of comes undone here. Then these bits here are his legs, so they just actually unplug from here like that, and they'll fold down. And at the same time you'll come around here, just lift these up. These are kind of like his knees, and lift those up to there. These will unplug, and then you can move the feet forward like that, and then these bits will come in and then just kind of fold into the back like so. Then you want to come from the side, and I think you unplug these from the side of the legs here like that, think these bits at the back open up. Yeah, this bit opens up here, and this bit kind of folds out like that, I think. Yeah, I think it's like that. And then the head is kind of hidden away down here. So I think if you move this forward, it gives you a bit more wiggle room then to fold the head out. The head will move forward like that, and then you can plug these bits in at the back. Trying to think which way around they go. I think they go like that, I think. Yeah, I think it's like that. I'll just take a look at the pictures on the back there. Yeah, so it's like that round at the back here with these bits turned out like that. So that's fine. I'll just move this up a smidge just so you can see what I'm doing with this. And then these bits, they're going to kind of push out. So you kind of want to hold on to one section and push the other one towards you. Is it this way? Just push it through that way. That's probably the easiest way. Once you've pushed that all the way through, you might need to wiggle it a little bit, and then just push that. That was Megtron falling over, and then push that here. Here we've got for a size comparison, and then push this bit out here like that. I don't have the IDW sort of MMC one, so I've got the War for Cybertron one as a bit of a comparison, but it should do the trick. And then you want to straighten out his arms like this. Rotate this bit around like that. Rotate these arms around like so. Same on this one. Fold that round like that. Straighten this bit out. This bit here plugs into there, so you kind of have to fold this up in a way that gives his head enough room to move around. And then he's pretty much done. The one last thing to do is peg on this gun, which I think can actually peg onto either arm, but on everything else they seem to have it plugged onto the side like that. And that is him in his robot mode. So pretty impressive. I'll go through the articulation and we'll have a look at the head as well. So the head moves down, up, all the way around. You can kind of get a bit of your confused dog look side to side. He's obviously got this Decepticon looking mask on the front here, which does come off. If you look, can't really see in this light here, but there is like a little bit of a red that you can see behind the eyes, which we'll take a look at later on. The kind of head sculpt that's underneath that. The arms move all the way around, out to the side here, swivel here, the arms bend. You can kind of get a bit of a double elbow going on if you rotate around like that. So it's a fair bit of articulation, and the fists rotate around, and there you've got like a trigger finger and the other one's bunched up together like that. The waist goes all the way around and forward like that, so you get an ab crunch. It takes you forward like so. These bits move from side to side as well. These move up and down a little bit, and you can obviously rotate this around and swap it onto this arm here, plug it onto there if you like. The legs on a soft ratchet, take you up to there, back to there, all the way out to the side, swivel that goes all the way around, and a bend in the knee that takes you there. If you move this bit out, you can get all the way back to there, which is really nice. And these kind of knee pad bits can kind of move forward and back a little bit, so you get a fair bit. And then these feet go side to side, get a toe there, bend forward, and then you get anything on this back piece. Yeah, I think that's it. So you do get a fair bit of articulation on him, and it's quite poseable. I think the pose that you have on the thing is with his kind of arm pulled forward like that, kind of almost like a rallying cry, so you can get that done. There's a bit of this is all a bit hollow in here, unfortunately, but other than that, it's pretty good. And the paint apps throughout are very nice. The silver, all this kind of pinky purple paint that's used, this gold, kind of gold or bronze, I would say. The guns are really nice. It's quite a big, intimidating figure. And then you can take off his mask, so you just have to pull it off like that. It just pegs in by this bit here, and then you can see the head sculpt that is underneath. I can't remember in the cartoon if this ended up actually being who it was. I think they did it before it was actually released, kind of went with this one. And then it just plugs back on. You can hold it in his hand if you want to as well. And you see it just pegs on there and kind of fits in the gaps either side. So it's a real snug connection when it's on. And it, it's spot on really in terms of how he's supposed to look. If I stand him up straight, I'll bring in Megatron as a bit of a size comparison. He's a Voyager figure from the War for Cybertron line. So if I bring him in, that's a Voyager figure, so he's a little bit larger. So what's the next one up from Voyager? Is it Leader? So I guess he kind of be a kind of Leader class, or an old Voyager, a bigger Voyager anyway. So yeah, I'm not sure if he's supposed to be bigger than Megatron or not. Obviously I'm going to have him with all of the MMC DJD, so he's just going to scale well with them, which I think he does do. So what I'll probably do is take some pictures alongside them, because I haven't got them all to hand. I don't want to get them all out anyway, and I'll probably save that for once I've got the whole gang together. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you this one as I picked it up the other day. I'm pretty impressed with this figure, and pleased that I picked it up. It's kind of second time round, and I think it'll look brilliant once I've got all of them lined up together. He's a very good looking bot, and I love the whole Decepticon kind of face symbol thing. I think that's very nice. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, guys, stay safe. Bye-bye for now.